Hitting you again, ladies and gentlemen. New week, fresh energy, brand new material on what is the hottest form, best source, number one spot for Alabama football news, notes, and information you are going to find anywhere. This is In My Own Words. I'm yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, live in studios, and we start this week of shows off here by diving into the Touchdown Alabama Magazine draft projections, my big board for all the guys defensively that will go, or that I am projecting for the first round of the 2020 venue. We've already been over the offensive guys, but now I set up the defensive players for you. But before we get into that, as always, got to check out with our sponsors, as In My Own Words is brought to you by Title Town. This is the rally towel with benefits for the avid Alabama sports fan. Title towel is only $9.99, and it lasts a lifetime. So people, show your pride and purpose for all things Bama as you twirl Title towel in the air like you just don't care. You go to whitwillsports.com. That's WHITWILSPORTS, whitwillsports.com, and get you some towels today. Now, we look at the guys on the big board for Alabama's defense. As always, get you a subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine. That's tdalabamamag.com. Upon getting that subscription, you will be able to see an entire list, complete list, of each draft-eligible player for the Crimson Tide as we project them, grade them, chart their progression week by week. Of the guys I've got first round defensively, we'll start this off with free safety Xavier McKinney, the junior, former four-star out of Roswell, Georgia. I mentioned in a previous podcast, the man is an absolute dog. He's been playing like it. Minkah Fitzpatrick reincarnated in terms of him being able to defend well, cover well, frustrate receivers, come down in the box, make hits on running backs, receivers, tight ends, and pressure quarterbacks, affect the passing game on the edge. In the last 2 weeks, or in each of the last 2 weeks, he's totaled 14 tackles. McKinney with one quarterback hurry and also one forced fumble on the season. I've got him as a top 10 pick. He's a top 10 pick, number 10 overall on my board. I know I had him to start the preseason as a second-round guy, but after 2 weeks of strong football, and he'll continue to improve and get even better, but after the first 2 weeks, I got this guy top 10 pick, number 10 overall on my board, especially with the amount of defensive backs needed in the National Football League. So number one, I got Xavier McKinney. Moving on down to my second guy defensively here on my big board for the first round. We're looking at defensive end Raekwon Davis, the 6'7", 312-pounder from Meridian, Mississippi, former five-star in the 2016 class. After not having the year he wanted to have in 2017, just posting 55 tackles, 5.5 of those for loss, and just 1.5 sacks. He's off to a strong start this season. Within the first 2 weeks, we're talking 12 tackles, 6 in the last 2 games. He is second on the team in that category, and a guy that is stuffing the run. He's starting to create some pressure to the quarterback. I remember talking with Anthony Jennings in the game against New Mexico State following the 62-10 win for the Crimson Tide, and he mentioned how Davis is out in front. He is leading this group. He is taking his role seriously as somebody that's trying to make the best out of his senior year. I got him as a top 20 pick in the first round, number 20 overall on my board, that being Raekwon Davis. As we head on down here to the third guy on the list here for me in terms of Alabama's defense, I got outside linebacker Anthony Jennings, the former four-star from Dadeville, Alabama, that came in the 2015 class at 6'3", 259 pounds. Jennings in the last 2 weeks, he's got 9 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, a sack, and he shares the team lead in quarterback hurries with 2, along with Terrell Lewis. Here is somebody that's looking like he was never hurt in the 2017 college football playoff semifinal matchup against those Clemson Tigers. So Jennings back, 100% healthy, playing well, affecting the quarterback, stuffing the run. A guy that's got that size and that power at the attack point, but also the edge bending abilities to get around, swim around, bull rush around, rip around, and affect the quarterback. To me, I got him back portion of the first round between picks 25 and 32. So he's a late first round guy on my board. He's got the opportunity to climb into being a top 20, top 15 guy, but right now, back portion of the first round. Got to stay healthy, got to continue to progress and showcase those big numbers. And he's got a chance to do this along with Raekwon Davis against South Carolina, that game this weekend for the Crimson Tide at Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia. So he's got a chance to do it. Anthony Jennings does, but right now, have him slotted back portion of the first round between picks 25 and 32. Which takes us to final guy. First round on my big board projections for Alabama defensive players. We got cornerback Trayvon Diggs, the 6'2", 207-pounder out of Maryland, former 4-star in the 2016 class. Diggs in 2 weeks, we're talking 6 tackles, 1 interception, and 1 fumble recovery, and a guy that fully healthy, playing well, defending receivers, playing the ball well, starting to use his eye discipline a bit more. In recent years, he was at times fooled in the traffic, fooled in not keeping his eyes on receivers, on the guys he's defending, and on the play in general, reading the quarterback, doing a much better job of this in the first 2 games, playing well. But much like Anthony Jennings, I've got Trayvon Diggs slotted back portion of the first round too, between picks 25 and 32, depending on the need in the NFL for cornerbacks and so on and so forth. So I got Trayvon Diggs between picks 25 and 32, back portion of that first round, but is playing well and looking forward to a big-time matchup against South Carolina, as the Gamecocks will have true freshman quarterback Tyler Hilinski throwing the football. Big chance for an Alabama defense and Alabama secondary to create some turnovers. When I look at Terrell Lewis here, he's inching close to getting in the first round. I got him to start the second round between picks 33 and 36. The young man finally fully healthy after missing 25 career games in the last 2 years with knee and elbow issues, but 5 tackles in the first 2 weeks, 2 tackles for loss, a team high. He's got 1 sack on a team that thus far has 4 sacks, and 2 quarterback hurries, tied for the team lead with Anthony Jennings. The one thing for T. Lou, got to stay healthy. He stays healthy, this is a first-round pick. You got a lot of NFL analysts right now comparing his talent to the likes of one Javon Curse. So you look at T. Lou, he stays healthy. This guy will rise on my board as a first-round pick. But right now, starting off first part of the second round between picks 33 and 36. So running back through this again here, my defensive guys on my big board projected as first round picks for Touchdown Alabama magazine. We've got here Xavier McKinney, free safety. I got him top 10 pick, number 10 overall. Raekwon Davis, defensive end, top 20 pick, number 20 overall. Anthony Jennings, outside linebacker. I got him back portion of the first round between picks 25 and 32. Last but not least, cornerback Trayvon Diggs, back portion of the first round between picks 25 and 32 as well. And then for Terrell Lewis, could potentially get into the first round, but right now have him slotted early second round between picks 33 That takes us now to our first break. Ladies and gentlemen, on In My Own Words, don't touch that dial, just getting started. As always, get yourself acquainted with the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. We're about to hit week 3 of Alabama season. Pick up this app right now. Be the smart fan. You can do this by downloading it if you're rocking Team Apple, the iPhone App Store, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone, so be sure to download the app. Podcast options at the bottom of the screen. Check those out there for your audio listening pleasures. You subscribe to TD, alabamamag.com to stay in the know on your Crimson Tide. And also subscribe to Touchdown Alabama Magazine on YouTube, the site bringing you cutting-edge material. Over 1 million video views, over 5,000 subscribers strong, thanks to you, the fans and viewers out there listening. Upon our return, we dive into the Crimson Tide's offensive line. It's missing one link from getting back to having everything in order. Who is the piece it's missing? We'll touch it up on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's In My Own Words. What's up, college football fans? You can catch the show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Subscribe to get all the news, notes, and information covering your Alabama Crimson Tide.